Hi everybody, it is Saturday, May 25th. We want to start out by saying happy Memorial Day to everyone and a huge thank you to all our veterans out there, hopefully celebrating with their families. But just want to thank everybody for their service and for really helping us keep this wonderful country that we live in. So we wanted to give you an update on the house. So if you look around, you'll see that we have drywall. So they have been drywalling the house and mudding. And so pretty soon, we're going to get asked for paint colors. Now, Mike and I are struggling a little bit with the paint colors because of all the natural light coming in. Every time we put a color on the wall, it looks different depending on which room we walk into. So we went to a site called Sampletize, and we ordered a bunch of the Sherwin-Williams paint samples, and we have them on the wall. And so Mike's going to pan around because you can tell we may or may not have a problem choosing a color. So we have a few choices because at first we picked out colors that we liked and we thought went really well with the door, and then we realized that they were just boring. And we didn't know if we wanted to go boring or not with colors. And so we ordered more colors that are very bright. Now we don't know that we want to go bright with colors, and so we're struggling a little bit with colors. So the two philosophies here are, do you do more muted colors on walls and brighter colors in your fabrics, the drapes, the pillows, the rugs, that direction? Or do you go a little brighter on the walls and a little more muted the other direction? My tendency is to go a little more muted on the walls and brighter elsewhere because it's easier to switch out if you get bored with something. But then it just looked way too muted. So now we're trying to figure it out. This is the door panel. So now we're trying to place this up against colors and see what we like. So as we go through this, we're kind of comparing, like if you look at these four, and then these four, what we're finding are the yellows we feel work better with the door. Some of the blues are too bright with the door. Some of the grays are too muted. They kind of blend too much into the door. But then you get down here, you get a little too bright. So probably aren't going to go this direction with the color, at least not in this room. So here's the other thing. Every time we take it to a different room, it looks different. And so we're trying to focus room by room, but we're not going to put 20 paint colors on the walls. So we need to maybe come up with a palette of 3 or 4 colors that we think will work across all the rooms. So that's where we are today. That's what we're going to do today. Fun news is I got my kilns running. So yesterday I started, if you know me, I've named my kilns. So they're Olympia, Holly, and Jenny. So yesterday Jenny ran with 2 pieces in it. Today, both Jenny and Olympia are running, and we're doing samples of for 2 reasons. One is I want to test my kilns because they were packed up in the storage for 3 years. And high altitude, they say it doesn't affect the kilns, so we'll just make sure that I can run the same schedules that I've run before. But we also want to test out different slumping and draping to see what I want to do for chandeliers. So I think we said this maybe in another one, but Mike and I have bought some frames for chandeliers down at the Habitat for Humanity store in Prescott, and we took the globes that were existing off of them. We're going to redo the frames, maybe paint them like a flat black or something, and then I'm making the globes to go on them. And so we're doing that so that we can really get what we want, and we have to think about the balance in the room of lighting with my knockoff Chihuly chandelier that's going to hang in this room. And so we want to make sure the other ones can balance it, but not conflict with it. And so we're trying out a couple different things. So my kilns are running again today, so we'll see what happens there when I start taking stuff out of them. But that's what we're up to this weekend. We're going to figure out paint colors, we're going to play in the shed a little bit, and we may run into Williams. There's a big craft show going on this afternoon, so we may run into Williams to the craft show. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe, fun holiday weekend, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks, everybody.